Well, hello all. So I gotta put out an apology right away about the last video. As soon as I started watching it online, I realized that there was all this noise in the background that I hadn't even heard. I've been in construction all my life, so those backup signals are constant, day after day after day, year after year after year, and you just don't even hear them. You can be right there, and the vehicle will have to honk really loud to get your attention, even though it's blaring at you, because the brain just turns it off. It doesn't want to hear all that damn noise, so it just turns it off. So if I go around there, I don't even hear it. Sorry about that. Come on through.
Thanks. One more.
Okay. Oh.
How's it going?
Good. It's a bit drippy over here. I'm trying a new place, but very drippy, wet, and kind of noisy in the background because the city's very close. Apparently Wall Street's upset because they insisted everybody open up, and of course it was too early, and now we're having a second wave, and here in California we're seeing it skyrocketing straight up. San Francisco had 32 new cases yesterday. We're hanging between 60 and 20 every day. About a week ago there was down to 7 2 days in a row, but now it's going back up because everybody wants to open up early. They think it's all a hoax. Well, the Black Plague went on for 10 years because people wouldn't follow directions. And it got so bad they had to lock people in their homes until they died, or once in a while they'd throw some food and water at them. That's the only way they could get through the plague. We're in the same situation, people, but I guess people don't care, so we won't talk about that today. We are going to talk about the seismic survey in the Arctic Refuge. The damage is long-lasting, as you can see in the videos here. I'll just show you some of them as we talk. A proposed 1002 area survey would in over 39,000 square miles of tracks. That's disgusting. So this survey is going on, and it's destroying the wildlife refuge up in the Arctic. The winter tundra is melting sooner, quicker, and not as thick, and the trucks are doing more and more damage as they go through and do this. The temperatures now in that area are 7 to 9 degrees Fahrenheit above what they used to be just a few years ago. That's going to make a big difference. They're not even going to be able to drill up there because it's not going to be stable enough for drilling equipment. So this is the impact of 3D seismic exploration. It really is tough on the Arctic, whether you do it in winter or in the summer. And not only is the Arctic taking it by oil exploration, but we are now witnessing new Arctic oil spills in the Siberian wilderness. Contaminants are now polluting nearby Arctic lakes. Putin, the president of Russia, declared a state of emergency after 21,000 tons of diesel oil leaked into the Arctic, polluting rivers and lakes. What is the problem with this? Well, the problem is it's very difficult to fix. It seeps down underneath the ice, and how in the hell do you get it there? You can't pump it out. You have to heat everything up and melt it and then pump it out. People, what we're seeing here is more insanity. I just don't get it. Why humans are still exploring for oil when they know they cannot use the oil that's in the ground already. So what is the purpose of destroying the Arctic and pumping more oil that's going to end up in more rivers and lakes and ocean? It's just a matter of time. How long before the Gulf Coast gets another oil spill that they can't shut off because they're too deep and there's too much pressure? It's disgusting. Well, let's try up this way. see what happens. It's very wet and drippy right here because the fog came in for a little while and now the trees are all dripping. Very pretty out though, very clean, very clean. I think I'm going to turn up to the left up here. It's kind of a new area to explore. I don't know what to think. This is not the best area of the city. You know, humans will do anything to make money. They will commit murder. They will wipe out their own family. They'll destroy their own planet. So, what is the problem here? Why are they up doing seismic exploration in the tundra of the Arctic? What business is it of us to do that? We can't use it. We'll burn ourselves up. We know that for a fact. There's been enough science on this issue to know that. But yet we still insist that we need to do this seismic survey to find out where the oil is. Why? Why do we have to destroy things? Why do we continuously put horrible people in office that make stupid decisions like drilling in the Arctic? Russia's pretty much showing us what happens in the Arctic when you drill. When you drill in deep water, we've seen what happens. When you throw oil in a pipeline, we see what happens. Or a train. Name it. Tell me where there is such thing as safe oil. Well, way down in the ground where it used to be. Pump it back down. Leave it. Plug it up so you can't get to it. It'll force us into a new way of thinking. You know, within walking distance of where you shop, where you go to the doctor, where you have friends so you just walk over to visit them, you don't have to drive anywhere. You see what I mean? Everything's close by, even your work, just a walk away or a bicycle ride away. And if you have to take mass transit, that's the only way you're going to live on this planet and survive. The greed factor is too much. Can't resist it. We absolutely have to have money, and we'll do anything for it as humans. Just go out and look outside. Do you see any wilderness? You know, we can plant wilderness just like everything else, just like nature can. Do you see it out there? Why? It's another thing people can do to their yards is plant the native vegetation that was there before. It looks great. You don't have to maintenance it or anything. It just takes care of itself. And wildlife will start to come into your yards and your land area. Have you thought about living in a smaller location, less square feet, one on top of another? That's very efficient. It takes a lot less energy for you to live there. The heat from all the other apartments will heat yours. There's so many reasons why, if we insist on continuously birthing ourselves and pumping out more and more babies so that more and more oil is needed. Boy, this whole thing just isn't making any sense. Is there any logic left anymore?